Miss Diane, can you hear me? Wow, so easy. Miss Diane, can you hear me?
Yes, Party.
Oh, thank you so much. Right. Everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone. And as usual, today too, before the start, I would like to wish I would like to bring you the same wish. May this meditation also bring you at least a little peace, little happiness inside, right? With that wish, we are going to start. So today's meditation. So now, if there'll be more people, so then please send them up here. Okay? Yeah, if there are more. Yeah. So I'm right. So there's that's fine. So so as usual, so we are going to practice the very same technique that we began to practice so 2 weeks ago, breathing meditation, ana pana sati in Pali. Ana means incoming breath. Apana means outgoing breath. Sati means mindfulness or practicing awareness, right? So being mindful or practicing awareness on the breath which is coming in and which is going out, right? Then what you have to do is, so in the first step, so we don't go deeper, we just so go with the regular experiences. So when the breath is coming in, you stay completely aware. But you are not supposed to go all the way in, right? So you have to stop your observation at the end of your nostrils, right? So at the end of your nostrils means, so the end of your nostrils, you cannot see that place, right? It is not a place that you can see. That is a place that you have to experience and so keep a mark, so mental mark, right? So you have to so understand, so by your own experience, by observing, so your own observing the movement of your breath, you have to figure out where the end of your nostril is. So for that you need, so you have to be very patient with yourself, right? So that's one thing that you have to do. So figure out that place and don't go beyond, don't observe the breath beyond that place. Let it go inside as it is, right? So when it is going out, please do the same, right? When it is going out, so please do the same. When at that time, please be completely aware that my breath, it is going out as it is. Don't try to change your breath, right? Don't try to regulate the breath. So let it be as it is. Got it? So the breath, so you have to let it come naturally and let it go naturally as it is. Did you understand? Mason, Marcella, did you understand? Gabriel, Mr. James, right? So let it be so, right? As it is. And then, if it is long or if it is short, you cannot recognize this at once. It will take little time, right? So certain breathings are long, certain breathings are short. And at the same time, certain breathings, certain breaths are gross. Certain breaths are soft. So let them be as they actually are. Your job is just to be a gatekeeper. So let's say I appoint one of you to take care of the gate. So then I ask one of our friendly meditators to take care of the gate, right? So let's say we ask Ms. Fong to take care of the gate. Then at that time, so her job is just to take care of the gate, right? So she is not worrying with what is happening out inside the temple and what is happening outside the temple. So her responsibility is limited to the area of gate. Can you understand? So similarly here, so you have to be the observer, right? You have to be aware about the nature of your breath as it is. But you are not going to be the controller. So you are going to let the nature work as it is. Right? Your job is just to observe the breath as it comes and as it goes with awareness. Right now my breath is coming in. Right now my breath is going out. Let it be so. From moment to moment, you maintain your complete awareness. By that way, you develop inner peace, and later on, that inner peace will turn into inner happiness when the concentration begins to develop, right? So please do like that. Then, that's how you have practice. And when the thoughts come, so remind yourself that this is the time for the meditation practice, right? So let those thoughts, let those thoughts be related to your work or your school or the people that you met or your past experience or future fears. Right now, please understand that your job is just to observe the breath and develop your inner peace, so inner concentration and inner happiness. That's your job. So determine during these 30 minutes of meditation, I'm not letting my mind to wander. I will completely dedicate myself to observe the breath, right? To breathing meditation. So you have to determine like that before you start, right? But the mind is just like a monkey. Last week also I told you, so the monkey's nature is jumping from one branch to the other. And the mind's nature is the same. You have trained it like that. So it will definitely begin its jumping, right? So jumping from one branch to the other. At that time, be patient and begin to tame the monkey, right? What you have to do is don't feel frustrated. Don't think that you are not capable, right? So instead, right? Instead, so please bring the attention again and start again. Start again. Tell yourself, this is how I have trained my mind. This is how its nature is. So thinking so start again. Okay. So before we start, So I'm going to teach you about 10 challenges that you are going to face during your practical meditation. So uh, uh, what is the new meditator's name? I couldn't behind Gabriel. Yes, David. Nice to meet you, Mr. David. So all right. So Mason, can you share your book with Mr. David? All right. So one of you can write. So because I am out of all the books. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. So right. So so there are 10 challenges that you will face when you practice meditation. So please write them down. So in brief, because if you go to write long details, this is not the time for it. So just write down the main important points, so I don't have to repeat them again. One lesson will only be taught once a year, and if you want to learn this very lesson again, then it'll be 2026 again. So be diligent and write this down, okay? So number one is when you are practicing meditation, you'll encounter, Mrs. Shireen, restlessness and impatience. That's the first challenge, right? So people want everything just like quick noodles, right? Within 5 minutes, you want to eat it, but it is not just, so it is not how the mind works, right? So you have to be very patient with the mind. But since so since you have you want results very fast, so you become sometimes impatient and restless. So don't be like that. So keep doing what you are doing. Your job is just to observe the breath as it is. Peace and inner happiness, it will come when it starts to grow. So you will feel so much relaxed, so much happy, but don't attach to that one too, right? Because later on it will become judgment. I will describe it later on. So when it is going well, accept and let it be so. When inner peace is developing, and inner happiness is developing, you will feel like, oh, I have never experienced this kind of peace and happiness throughout my life, right? But so it happened because you were practicing well. So let it be so. But when you sit on next Friday, don't think that you will have the same experience. Why? Mind is always changing, right? Always when you sit, start the meditation just like a new meditation. So first challenges, restlessness and impatience. And then at that time, please encounter it like this. Number one, you have to accept that you have impatience and restlessness. That's number one. And then after that, so uh, so um, so adjust the sessions. That means, so uh, as beginners, start with just 5-minute sessions or 10-minute sessions, right? 5-minute sessions or 10-minute sessions, and so give you everything within those 5-minute or 10-minute sessions, right? And then at the same time, so uh, if your mind is still restless, and then if your mind is still impatient at that time, so start being gentle towards yourself, your mind, right? Your body and mind. So please tell yourself that it's okay this way, right? It's okay this way. And then it's a part of this spiritual journey. This is a part of my spiritual journey. So this will come and go. So I will keep working hard, right? So, and at the same time, let yourself know that you are here to observe, not to achieve anything. right? So achievements, they'll automatically will come. Happiness, it'll come. It is not something that you can buy from a shop, right? So it'll come. What you have to do is you have to work hard. Okay. So you are here to observe, not to achieve. That's number one. Number two, please be quick. Difficulty in concentrating. That's number two. Sometimes you start to focus on your breath. One breath, you start to focus on your breath, and you could focus. So you begin to focus, and when then there is one breath that you could focus, then there is the second one, and during third one, you run. The mind runs somewhere, right? Then again, what you have to do is without feeling frustration, so you have to bring it back again, and you have to start again, start again. So if it is difficult, today I will teach you a small trick to use, right? For all the meditators. So if you feel like even after 1 week meditation session, so if you feel like that you cannot concentrate at that time, Mr. Elliot, we have to use counting. Counting, not counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, not like that. Just a limited counting, like 1 to 2 or up to 4. Right? When one breath comes, you have to count 1. And when it goes, you have to count 2. Right? When it comes again you have to count 1. So then when it goes again, you have to count 2. So that's how you have to practice that. Right? It's a little trick. Or please, so use a mantra. Mantra means some kind of word that you really like. Right? So let it be a religious teacher's name, or let it be a person that you really respect, right? So that you deeply respect, use that name or the word and start using it. So breaking it to two parts. For an example, when the breath comes in, you can say Bud, right? When it goes, the Bud, the. But don't use my name. Right? Then after that, so number 3, physical discomfort. So that will also come. That is the third one. So at that time, the beginners, they are allowed to change your posture. Right? If your legs are paining, if it is bear up to a level that you can bear, if you feel like you cannot focus, then you can change the posture. Right? That's one thing. And then number 2 is use cushions accordingly. Check whether you are sitting in the right way. Right? So then use the cushions accordingly. And then, or if you cannot sit well, if you have back pain or something like that, you can definitely use a chair. Right, Mrs. Geraldine? Very nice. So then, number 3, change your posture mindfully. So if your legs are paining, at that time, don't act like, don't rush. Calm down. So use your hands and move your legs, right? Move your legs so calmly, right? So with making the minimum sound, right? So then number 4 is overcoming sleepiness. So number 4th challenge is the sleepiness, right? So so certain people begin breathing meditation, but sometimes you fight, right? You wage war against your restlessness of your mind, right? Impatience of your mind. Then what happens is, after some time, you feel tired. When you feel tired, then intentionally or unintentionally, breathing meditation turns into sleeping meditation. And people begins to, sometimes suddenly we hear some kind of a snoring. We have to check then on those people what kind of a snoring meditation that they are doing. So we have to be careful about that, and then we have to be diligent. So if you feel sleepiness, make your back straight. Check whether your back is straight. Okay. Check whether your neck is straight and head is straight. Right. Then at the same time, so you can read. So you can lose the posture and redo the posture too. Right. Then at the same time, if it happens regularly, please wash your face so before you sit for meditation. So only if you feel like you feel sleepy like that. So during the meditation, if everyone go to do like that, the temple's water will go up. So therefore, be careful. Just the people who feel like they feel sleepy. So those who recognize that they feel sleepy during the meditation, right? Then number 5, persistent thoughts and mental chatter. That's another challenge, right? So number 1 is observe them without attachment, just like the clouds come and go. When you observe the clouds, you don't try to change them, right? You just let them come and go, right? Just like that. So you have to let them come and go. Your job is not to fight with them, right? So just understand what kind of thought that you do have right now. For an example, if you have anger, if you have jealousy, if you have any other kind, impatience or sleepiness, or any kind of a nature, right? So thought inside you, so observe it without any attachment, and then gradually let it go. So right. So then right. So number 6 is time management. Right. So as beginners, please begin everything. Begin the practice with short sessions. Right. During those short sessions, try to give you everything, and understand that more than long, irregular sessions, right? Short, consistent, diligent sessions will give you more results, right? That's about time management. So then, in the morning, do the practice, thinking that I will do this to start the day grounded, right? In the evening, please think that I do this to unwind me before the bed, right? So think like that and do it. And then number 7, you have to deal with emotions too, right? Various kinds of emotions will come and go. At that time, understand whatever the emotions that I feel, they are impermanent change. So I'm not going to fight with them. So I'm not going to control you or focus on you right now. Right now, my aim is to practice meditation. So I will keep on doing it, right? Thinking so. Please keep doing so. And then number 8 is expectations and judgments. So that's also a big enemy in your meditation practice, right? One day you do so well, and on the other day, what happens is, you cannot concentrate your mind at all. So at that time, you have to understand that you are comparing, you are judging yourself, right? So don't compare. Today, everything is changing. So one day you will be good, one day you will be bad. Just keep on working hard. That's it. Right? That's number 8. So number 9 is lack of motivation. Right? Lack of motivation is, it is also a big challenge. Right? So sometimes certain people come for the meditation, and after the first meditation, they meet me and they say, rarely this happens, but sometimes it happens. So they say, Bante, I'm not going to come to meditation starting from next week. Then I asked, what happened? Bante, I couldn't concentrate my mind at all throughout the 30 minutes. So I think meditation is not for me. So they abandoned. Right? So no, we should not so do like that. So this is a technique which works for everybody. You have to understand how to apply it accordingly, right? So therefore, understand. So with the help of teachers, with the help of your own practice, you have to understand the way how to do it, and you have to motivate yourself. So to do. So uh, so please celebrate small wins too. For an example, let's say you could concentrate at least for 3-4 breaths. You couldn't concentrate on the breath so for a long time, but suddenly after working hard, you gain the ability to concentrate on the breath for 3-4 breaths, right? Then at that time you have to be happy and contented. How wonderful! I could concentrate my mind on the breath for 3-4 breaths. And next time, try harder to uh, to develop it. So prolong your concentration up to 5-6 breaths like that. So go with small goals and appreciate that. And then so be compassionate to yourself. If you have negativities inside, you are trying to come out of all your negativities. So anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all other kinds of negativities, they have been here for a long time. So now you have got the chance to come out of them by practicing this. Why don't you take that chance? So, and so thinking so, motivate yourself and keep practicing, right? Then after that, so whenever you become successful, give small rewards to yourself, like give you a specialty, make a specialty and give yourself, or do such kind of things. And then 10th challenges, so finding the right technique, right? So it's up to you. The teachers only can teach, right? There are so many techniques, and all those techniques are nice. But this technique is special because it helps you to go to the so deeper level of your mind, and it helps you to clean the depth of your mind, right? So therefore, this is very special. But so try to understand this has been effective for so many people for thousands of years. For sure, it will be effective for you too if you properly understand the technique and practice. So work hard, ardently, right? Understanding the technique properly. Okay. So then that's the 10th challenge. So since we have a very small period of time, so uh, so therefore I cannot give you longer descriptions. So if you need more details, please let me know later on. Okay, if you need any clarity, right? Now you know the 10 challenges that you are going to face, right, in your meditation, right? Now everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. First, I will pay a sincere respect and gratitude towards Buddha, and after that, we'll start today's silent meditation. Everyone, please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahatu samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sungato lokamido Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Sata deva manusanang buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Bacatang veditabbo Vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanimangno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami cipadipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anjali karaniyo Anutterang punya kitang lokasati Satu, satu, satu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an attentive, very alert mind, with a mind full of patience. Everyone, please start your meditation. Please pay your entire attention to your incoming and outgoing breath. If it is coming, let it be so. Keep on observing, knowing that my breath, it is coming in. When it is going out, let it be so. Don't force it or change it or regulate it. Keep on being observing. Keep on observing it as my breath, it is now going out. Now everyone, please start your silent meditation diligently for your own betterment, for your own peace and happiness. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Now, all of you can change your posture if your legs are paining. For a short time, we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in brief. Those, those who can still endure, they can stay the same. But please keep your eyes closed. Let's start spreading loving kindness towards all the beings with a very calm mind, with a very peaceful mind. Please think. First, please spread your loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Please think about the people who are not friends with, who are not your friends, at the same time, who are not your enemies. The neutral people, the people in the middle. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. People, because of their negativities, sometimes do wrong actions, hurtful things. So, keeping them in mind, if we develop hatred, if we keep on developing hatred, then at that time we are the ones who will suffer. Understanding that just like a person who is throwing away a burning charcoal on one's hand, forgive and share your loving kindness. So with your enemies, forgive your enemies and mentally and share your loving kindness with them. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your enemies, the people that you don't like. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, fish, birds, reptiles, visible beings, invisible beings, everyone. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your entire loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. Bhavattu sabbe mangalam rakhantu sabbe devatam samme buddhanubhavi samme dhammanubhavi samme Sanghanubhavine Sada Sutti Mavang Tutti. Satu, Satu, Satu. Now everyone, very calmly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom and bottom to top. Now please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. So sometimes you might think, what is this sadhu, sadhu, sadhu? Actually, it has a meaning. So at the beginning, if we say 3 times sadhu, 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 that's a welcome. That's a welcome. In the middle or at the end, if we say 3 times sadhu, 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 what does it mean, Mr. Tim? We appreciate, right? Very nice. We appreciate, right? So that is the meaning of sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Another way is, it is another way of combining your both body and mind. So according to tradition, so your left hand symbolizes your body. Your right your right palm symbolizes the mind. So when we say sadhu, 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 at that time, you combine both of them, right? You develop awareness, the integrity of your body and mind, right? So that's what we do. So, right? Then, so I will give a small break. That means 2 minutes break for the students who want to go to the bathroom. So the other students, please stay. So within 2 minutes, we'll begin. Meanwhile, I will describe the new meditators about the chart that I gave you. So those students who want to go to the bathroom, so you can have a small break and they can go, right? Yeah. So, right. So I gave everyone, so the new students, so I gave you a chart, right? So do you have the chart with you? Right. So in that chart, there is one part. So on the first side, where you have a chart, so with 2 x's, right? So that chart talks about that chart is to write down, mark, right? That chart is to mark your daily sittings, right? So in the morning, so when you sit, please note that session with 1x, right? So please note it with 1x. And if you practice meditation in the evening, please note that sitting with another x, right? 1x for the morning session. If you practice for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so please note it down with 1x. And then, so in the evening, if you did it, so please note it down with another x. Then at the end of every month, so please try to assess yourself, right? Please try to assess yourself. So on the other side, so you have to give marks to yourself, right? You have to give marks for yourself. Check uh, the focus that you currently have with the focus that you had in the last month, right? So just assume just check whether your focus has developed or not. If it has developed according to the level that it has developed, so please give marks. But no one is allowed to give 5 marks because you can only achieve 5 marks when you are enlightened. Since you are not enlightened, you can only give up to 4 marks, right? So assess yourself, and every month, so that is it is I designed it with various kinds of psychotherapeutic so um, so um, so practices. So therefore, combining various kinds of psychotherapeutic practices. So please use it, and don't forget to mark and assess your progress. Track down your progress. So every month, right? At the end of every month. Right. Then now, everyone, once again, please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, hope you had a good session, and hope it was not a sleepy one. Hope you could work hard for yourself, right? So, you have to be a warrior for yourself. Buddha says. So, even though the people win, so thousands, I mean, so, multiple lands, right? So, but still, it is not a real win. The person who wins oneself, right, by developing concentration, by developing wisdom and developing moral qualities, that person is the real winner. So please try to be a real winner. Who win? Yourself. Right, Gabriel? Yeah, we have to win ourselves. Right, Miss David? So work hard. You have to be a soldier. No one is going to do that for you, right, Mason? So, right, Marcella? Right. So we have to do it all by ourselves. So giving everything. Right. So then please work hard every morning and every evening. So that is the best gift that you can give to your teacher, right? So we can give various kinds of, so we give gifts, right, to the other people. But all those material gifts, they come and go. But so this is a gift, so which not only change and reshape and build yourself completely. So this is something which re-engineer, so which shape, change, and influence even the other people that you meet in your life, right? That affects them positively. So therefore, so please practice every morning and evening. That will be the greatest gift that you will give from me. Okay? Please work hard. Morning, 5 minutes. Evening, 5 minutes at least. If you can do it for 10 minutes, then I consider it as a big gift. Okay? So please practice ardently. Okay. Then today, I promised, so during the first week, we understood what is meditation, right? So then during the second week, we learned the benefits of meditation. We learned about scientific benefits, and at the same time, so we learned about the benefits as Buddha described, right? So we learned about both. So if you couldn't come for that session, then I'll kindly want to remind you to go to YouTube channel, so Banta Chandima. So in that one, so in that channel, you'll find the video. So by that way, so what I did was my YouTube channel promotion too. Just kidding. Right. So please go to the channel, and then on the live session, you'll find the second video of this year. It's about the benefits of meditation. Right? Then during this week, I taught you. I promise you to teach you several meditation techniques that you can use, right? That you can use along with this technique, right? So for an example, so if you feel like you actually cannot concentrate with breathing meditation, then you can practice several side, so uh, external meditations. I mean, actually, not everything, just one or two. So to help yourself to develop more concentration, right? So then, so there are various kinds of meditation techniques, right? So I already taught you that there are two kinds of meditation techniques according to their purpose. Number one is the meditation techniques that helps us to develop concentration. Very nice, Mr. Tim. And then the second one is, yeah, vipassana or insight, right? Which develops our wisdom. So there are two techniques. Then, so when it comes to concentration meditation, so breathing meditation, so we can easily use it as a concentration meditation. Nowadays, people so call the concentration meditations as mindfulness meditations, right? So concentration meditation. So then, since we are practicing that one, we focus on that thing. On me, when I teach you about insight meditations, right? When we start practicing vipassana meditation, at that time I will teach you about the other vipassana techniques too, right? Just as I did in the last year, right? So concentration meditations, you can write these things down if you want. It can be practiced in mainly four ways. Number one is verbalization. Certain people practice meditation by verbalization, right? For an example, so we say Om, right? Certain people use the word Om, right? So using this Om, so various people do various, the way that they pronounce in meditation, it differs. Certain people do it low, so pronounce it longer, and then just like Om, like just like that. And certain people use it so with the shorter sound, right? So there are both these ways. Somehow, certain people use verbalization, right? That's one way. And then number two is imagination. By imagination too, we practice, so we develop concentration. I will teach you later on. So that's number two. Number three is uttering mantras, right? Uttering mantras. So for an example, so in Hinduism, we have the Gayatri mantra, right? Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tassavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Bhiyo Yona Prachode in Hinduism. So if not, so in Islamic people, so chant the salat, right? So silent is chant the salat. So they say Amant billahi Vamala ikatihi Vakut bihi Varasu bihi Valyamil ahsari Valkadiri kairihi asharirihi minnallahi ta'ala. So don't worry about the meaning. I'm not going to describe that one. Then after that, so Christian people, they also use, so verbalizing, those who practice Christianity, they also have this, so verbalization, meditation techniques, right? And in Judaism, and in certain African religions, they practice this one, right? So, right, that's, so uttering mantras, sorry, uttering mantras. So some kind of religious part, so some kind of a verbal part from religious texts, or so some kind of a ancient mantra, they chant it, focusing on it, right? So that also helps. And number 4 is visualization, right? By visualization too, people develop concentration. This is the 4th one. So then these are the 4 ways that people practice so concentration. So they can, by these 4 ways, they can go somewhat deeper in the practice, right? When they do it. And people, in extra to that, people develop, so people think that they develop concentration by listening to music, and then after that, so watching, when you watch dramas too, so and so drama serials, I don't know what's the use that they use here, so TV dramas, right? Okay. And then, or if you watch movies, at that time too, you practice, you think that you develop concentration, yes, but it's a very shallow, so temporary one. Until that exists, concentration exists. When it goes, it goes. Concentration also goes, right? So it doesn't go deeper, right? So certain, so right. So no use of going into those stuff. So I was going to say is, sometimes certain people so trick you. So I found, I didn't find it recently, but earlier, several months ago, I had to endure one constant YouTube ad. So this said, so there is a particular calming music which can give you, so which can give you concentration of so many, I mean concentration of, so many sitting meditation hours. So that's how they sold the app. But the reality is, if you are a good meditation teacher, if you know about these techniques, and if you know practically through your own experience about, so these meditation techniques, we know that's not the truth. So whatever the concentration that you get by, so focusing the external sources, that's only that is very shallow and limited and not deep. Okay, right. Then after that, so we have to understand the objectives of your meditation too, right? So in Vipassana, when you practice Vipassana meditation, insight meditation on May to October, so at that time, your objective is to eradicate, to get rid of all the negativities that you do have. But during these 4 months, from January to so April, you cannot, by practicing this one, you cannot eradicate your negativities. Instead, what you will try is, you will try to suppress your negativities. Can you understand? There is a well with mud. You want to so clear it. What do? You put some chlorine, you add some chlorine. After that, so it looks like the well is clear. But is it fully cleared? No, right? So temporarily you have suppressed the mind, right? A ball, let's say, a ball, is floating on the surface level of a vessel. Right? With hand, what you do is you press it down until the ball stays pressed down. It doesn't come up. That's what you do with concentration meditations. By that way, you will feel a lot of joy, but don't deceive yourself and think you are enlightened. No, the negative, when you go deeper, you will feel like the negativities are gone because of the great happiness and great peace that you develop within, right? So I told you, right? So there are 5 kinds of happinesses that you gradually develop. First, you will develop this kanika happiness, momentary happiness, which will stay for very short time, just like blinking bulbs. All right, just one, like this one. Little happiness comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. Little peace comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. But it's powerful. You notice it. But then uh, kanika, it turns into kanika peace. Right? Then that happiness, that calmness, it starts to prolong. Now you really notice it. You really like it. Right? Then after that, uh, so then so then you develop it, and that means naturally it develops when you let all those negativities to stay down, right? Then after that, so that momentary one turns into prolonged one, prolonged happiness and peace, and then prolonged happiness and peace. So comes into a level. So level of wavering. So wavering a level of wavering peace and happiness. That means it stays far longer, and so it jumps up and down inside. So not like something like I mean an object. So that's it. You feel like you have waves inside, right? So waves of happiness and peace, right? Kaniga okanti. Then after that, uh, then finally, when it comes to the foreigner stage, right? So um, then uddaka kanika kuddaka kanika ukantika ubbega. Ubbega means that means then later on when you develop further, so it becomes a strong emotion that so completely soak your body and mind. So soaking level of happiness and peace. And finally, parana. So when it develops to a higher level, that level of happiness and peace, you feel it like, so that happiness and peace that you develop, so it is just like a person, uh, I mean, nature of incident of a person's bathing. So when you bathe, what happens? The water not only wet your body, right? So so the water wet your whole body and outside too. So then at that time, not only you are completely soaked with happiness and peace, then you feel like it's spreading, right, outside too. So this is the parana level, right? When you read this level, someone can think, oh, this is what I was looking for, right? I don't think, I don't know whether you will read that level or not, but somehow if you work hard, then uh, hopefully, let's say, so, but somehow uh, by sitting 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, you can do that. So don't expect so. But at least something. Try for something. Okay, momentary happiness and peace. So try for that. But don't crave for it. Let it happen. Work hard, consistently. That's what you have to do. Right? It will happen. Right. Uh, so whenever you read this stage, so uh, at that time, someone can misunderstand that you have gained a deeper level. No. So yes, it's a deeper level when it comes to concentration, but still it's a general level when it comes to vipassana inside meditation, right? Because this is also something which will pass away later, right? Right. Then, so don't misunderstand like that. Somehow understand. So what you try to do, the objective of these concentration meditations is to suppress the negativities and at the same time to concentrate the mind. Okay. Okay. Then, so when you have these negativities unsuppressed, not only it brings unhappiness and suffering for yourself, so you bring unhappiness and suffering for the other people too. So better to suppress it by practicing this. So you are on the way. And then, so there are various kinds of techniques that you can do this. So in extra to breathing meditation, you can choose one of them, and then if your mind is restless and if you are full with if you are overwhelmed with thoughts at that time, instead of practicing breathing meditation for some time before you do practice breathing meditation, please practice one of these meditation techniques. Okay, so please so select one or two and start practicing that. Number one, walking meditation. Walking meditation. If you feel restless, if you feel like you cannot concentrate, then please find a place just like so so maybe so a place which has the length of 10 steps, at least 10 steps. Stand at one corner and start walking, focusing on your legs. Can you understand? Right? So then when you walk, you have to be aware about the leg that you move. When you are moving forward your right leg, be aware that I am moving forward my right leg. If you are moving forward your left leg, please be aware that right now I am moving forward my left leg. Right? So please give your entire attention and keep on moving, giving your entire attention to the movement of your legs. Right? Then after that, so please do this at least before so please do this for 5 minutes before your breathing meditation, right? And then if you are good, if you could concentrate well with this technique, so then after maybe 2-3 weeks, please do it like this. So omit the words of right leg and left leg, right? Instead, so instead focus on the movement of your leg. So according to its raising, right, and keeping. Can you understand? So I am raising my leg and I am keeping my leg. At this stage, you have to give your entire attention to the feelings that you feel. So by touching the ground, you are going to feel certain sensations, right? So please focus on those sensations, right? So that's how you have to practice. Practice walking meditation. Number two, so focusing on a picture or a statue like the Buddha statue. So that's number 2. So if you don't want to walk, then please do this one. So let it be a Buddha statue or a statue of a deity. That's fine, right? So we have various kinds of. We have several South Asians too. So we have various kinds of deities, right? So different regions, even in Sri Lanka, India, and Nepal, and in all the other countries, there are various kinds of deities for different regions, right? So that's fine. Or the Buddha's picture, right? So observe that one. So if you have, so then after that, check that picture completely. Can you understand, Mr. David? So observe it. For an example, observe this Buddha statue's face nicely, just like scanning, right? And keep in mind how Buddha's head is, eyes are, nose is, mouth is, and then the whole body is. And then by mind, try to imagine it. Try to imagine it from top to bottom, right? So then if you could clearly see it just like you see it with the naked eyes, so very nice, you have developed, right? So this is another technique of meditation that you can use to concentrate. So if your mind is restless. So then third one is loving kindness meditation. We learned it briefly here. So no use of describing it longer. So we already practice it. So accordingly, please practice it for 5 minutes. So if possible. So let's say, um, so so if the mind is restless, please use it. And then so next one is being aware about the sounds that you hear. Right? So whatever sounds that you hear, without judging them or without favoring any of those sounds. So thinking, oh, this sound is beautiful and nice, and this sound is not beautiful and not nice. No. So not sweet and not nice. So don't, without judging them, just keep on being aware about those sounds. Understanding that they come and go. Sounds come and go. Things come and go. Okay. Then you can practice mindful eating too. Mindful eating. So that is another technique. Here, what you do is, so when you eat, right? So you have to focus on 4 things. So the texture of the food, so its colors, so the texture and this so smell and and so the sensations and the sensations and the taste, right? So these 4 things. So whenever you have to begin it with it while when you go to take the plate, when you take the plate, be aware that I'm taking my plate, taking my plate, taking my plate. And when you're moving towards the food, you have to be aware, I'm moving towards food, I'm moving towards food, I'm moving towards the food. When you serve yourself, accordingly be aware. If I would describe each action with sentences, we'll be very late. So therefore, so accordingly, please do so. Serve yourself. Now you are serving yourself, and come to your then you come to your table. Do it mindfully, and when you eat, when you mix your food, right? So some of you may be eating, might be using the hands to eat those, and some of you are using the forks to eat, and some of you are using the sticks to eat. It doesn't matter accordingly. So please be aware when you are mixing food. So when you're mixing food, please be aware. And when you're keeping it on your mouth, inside your mouth, please be aware. When you're chewing, be aware that I'm chewing now. When you're feeling the sensations, be aware the touch of that food. And then finally, when you are feeling the taste, be completely aware. Right. So that is another way that you can practice to develop concentration. Right. So these are the ways, and we, even though there are other ones, I don't think we have enough time. I will teach you them later on. So then please use one of these techniques. I will teach you more later on, right? So then so one of them you can use to let go of your impatience and restlessness before the meditation. If you have it before the meditation, before the breathing meditation, right? So please do it like that. And so if you have any other technique that you like, so that's also fine. But these techniques are so very good and very effective. So you can choose one of them, right? Then this will be the final lecture before we meet again after 4 weeks, right? So if you don't have the link of our meditation session, so especially the new meditators, please let me know. So if you don't get the emails or something like that, please let me know. So I'm going to text you the Zoom link. We are going to use the same link throughout the 4 weeks, right? Upcoming 4 weeks. So I will conduct all the sessions from Sri Lanka. Okay, just like the last 4 years. Okay. Then, until then, keep working hard. You are not only working hard for yourself, you are working hard for the others too. When you could change yourself, it affects the others. When you become positive, automatically, because of your actions and behavior, the others also will become positive. The change begins within, not from outside or by carrying carrying boards or something. That matters too, but more than that, so by changing your inside, positively, when you go outside, so your actions that you do verbally, mentally, and physically, they turn into very good actions, positive ones that affect each and every person that you meet. Let that be a person that you know, or let that be a person that you don't know. Everyone will get benefited. So work hard for yourself first, and then for the others too. Work hard, and see you again in person after 4 weeks. Until then, see you through the tablet. Okay. Everyone, please concentrate and join your paths. Please think. Today too, we practice this noble meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, may all our troubles be. May all the good things happen in our lives. May you be able to practice very ardently, first for you and then for the others. For your own betterment, peace, and happiness first, and then for the betterment, peace, and happiness of the others. And practicing these noble, non-sectarian, pure meditation techniques, may all of you attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Please join your paths together and consecrate. අභිවාදන සීලිස නිච්ඡං වද්දා පචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සංපත්ති සග්ග සංපත්ති මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සංපත්ති ඉමිනාති සමිජ්ජතෝ. Sadhu, sadhu, Sadhu. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Keep ardently practicing, and see you again after 17th of February. Take care. Good night, everyone. Take rest. Take rest. Sukhi ho. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Tim. So, new students, please wait for a moment. All students can go. Right. So, right, Mrs. Diane, good night. Right.
Good night, Bhante. Safe travels.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your blessings.
And then, Ms. Swati, good night.
Good night, Vande. Thank you so much.
Oh,
It
me.
was very
Good
nice
night.
session.
Thank you. And good night, Mrs. Neeta and Mrs. Saket.
Good night, Bhante.
Did you have good travel?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. Miss Sunita, good night.
Good night.
May all the good happen. And good night, Miss Vijay
Good night,
Mrs.
Bhante.
Jane. May all the good happen. All right. Good night, Mrs. Jane.
Good night, Bhante. Safe travel to Sri Lanka.
All right. Mr. Ward and Mrs. Mrs. Rita, good night.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night.
May you be safe in all your travels and in loving memory of your sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You be
Good
well.
night, Mr. Ward. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Right. Good night, then, everyone.